Shot by Rose. Scores! It was tipped out front, it looks like, by Hayden Rivette. And the Wranglers are up one. It's in the crease. She scores! David Duggan! 5 minutes even. And your captain. Welcome everyone to the broadcast for your Kingston Wranglers here at the Cataraqui Center, or as we affectionately call it, as the Ranch. New York back in town again tonight. Last time they were here, Wranglers stole a victory right from New York's grasp. Friday's game had to be canceled. Unfortunately, the Wranglers bus broke down. And of course, massive upgrades here at the arena, which means no national anthems again tonight. So we're pretty happy about that. Randy had to run downstairs real quick, drop off some pucks. Hello to everyone joining us here on Black Bear TV. So glad you could join us. We're about to get underway. We're testing a brand new camera tonight. So hopefully the pictures and the replays will be a lot better as we're getting set in for the draw. Out there currently is Steven Saber, your captain, David Duggan, Hayden Rivette, Austin Rose, and Logan Grimm will be on the point. And of course, Austin Neal in net. And we're underway here at the Ranch face-off. One controlled by the Wranglers. They try to break this one out. New York back in their zone now. Hayden Rivette chases his man into the zone. Hard hit to the corner as New York tries to control out your captain, David Duggan. He fights on the far side. Steven Saber comes in to give him a hand. And we say hello to Randy, steady hand cameraman. He's back upstairs. As we control here in the first period, Austin Rose, a long shot in from the point. Save by the goalie as they work around. What's the goalie's last name right there? Hayden Rivette tries to go far side. Rose keeps it in at the line. And out comes New York. Turner now tries to control a hit by Saber. Turner now finds the outlet pass to the neutral zone. Emmett Guest now on the ice for the Wranglers. He's going to carry this one in. Works around the outside. Emmett Guest tries to cut in just outside as Lance Brown now keeps it in. Blake, perfect. Blake in net for New York. Yeah, we had some problems here at the arena this morning. Like I said, new sound system here. Big snowstorm here in Canada. Had to get things set up here. Long pass. Accepted in, carried in by Brown. Back to Guest as Garley now joins the play. That's Gavin Garley. New York now breaks out through neutral zone off the foot. And kept in the far side. This is Disher. As they walk in, shoot, scores! As that fell right into the zone. Face-off won by New York to come in. Shot wide left of Neal. Miracle now looking for the outlet pass. One touch up to him. Miracle's got to stop the line. Everybody's got to tag up. Tyler Doon was offside. No call by the official. Oh, now they call it. As the line now tags up. Brian Miracle on the forecheck. Goes on the far side. They're going to shoot that in. Jackson Payne out there as well. Blake Wood. And Marcus Forbes out there. The newcomer that joined the Wranglers was there about 10 days ago. Marcus Forbes with a long lob knocked down by the defenseman Duffy at the red line. Dumps it back in. Neal catches that, drops it off. They're going to work it on the outside. This is now Forbes again. He's going to work up the side. He's going to flick this one back out. Bouncing puck, push through. This is now Harris chasing as well as Payne. Ryan Miracle also out there. Battle in the corner. New York can't get it out. Miracle knocks that down, goes into the corner. Back to Payne. Payne tries to put it out front. Nobody there. Miracles tries to cut that off. Murphy give and go with Spalding. And now it's a race into the corner. Logan Grimbleby back, puts it around the net into the corner. As Braden Harris now just missed that assignment on that. Now they try to get out, long shot. Neal's going to hang on to that at 17:07 of the first period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast, Black Bear TV. Cold and blistery day here at the ranch. But referees finally got here a couple minutes before game time. That was nice. Face off, won by New York, but controlled by the Wranglers. Out comes Sager, goes off the boards, hard hit. That was Braden Harris that took that big hit. Braden Harris went straight off on that. Rose gave the defense a little whack for that hit. Hayden Rivette came out. Oh, bouncing puck as Neal read that one all the way and knocked it down. Shot around the outside now, and now it's a race as this is Carter. Sager past him. New York tries to work around the outside. This is Spalding carrying it in, tries to go through the neutral zone off a foot of Grimbleby. He knocks his player back. 16:20 remaining of the first period. Face off to the right-hand side of Neal. Lions been taking his time lining these guys up. Face off, won by the Wranglers. Out comes Hayden Rivette. He's going to go off the glass now, foot race. Turner gets out in front of him. Icing is the call at 16:12. Face off will take place the left-hand side of Neal. Face off, won by New York. Slammed hard against the boards. There to control at the line. Saber tries to hit his man, now banks it off, and now a race outside. New York has to regroup. Hayden Rivette's going to be the forechecker on this. Wranglers are doing a T formation on the backup. They're going to let New York kill off the clock. Rivette dug it in the middle. Saber joins the three in the back. That's a new defensive tactic by the coach, Majors. He's going to try something different. As Steven Saber battles his man on the half board. New York trying to find their way out. Lots of players back for the Wranglers. Picked off by the captain over to Rivette. Rivette now in by himself. Nice toe drag through the feet. Tries to work it around the outside. Can't get through. Hard hit by Sager as Rivette chases the puck outside. New York trying to find their way out. Nice cut off by Rubineau. Kicked down by your captain. He's by himself, though. He's on the outside. Quick shot. And Blake's going to hang on to that one at 15:06. Lance Brown, guest. On the front line, they're out there with Garley, Forbes, and Wood on the point. Ty Wood not in the lineup tonight. Face-off won by New York. Forbes tried to keep that in, couldn't. Wood come over, gave him a hand on that one. Garley takes the hit, but gets the puck in. Here comes Lance Brown on the outside. Quick shot, nice save by Blake to the right-hand side. Garley cuts in on the half-board. He wins that battle into the corner. Hits his man hard as Brown tries to go out front, can't find it. Wood's going to do a long shot from the point off a leg, back out. Out come the New York, four strong as they try to find the outside. Icing is negated. Now a foot race. This is Marcus Forbes behind the net. Bouncing puck. Brown hits his man and carried out by Blake. Garley tries to help out his man, can't find it. Picked up, long pass. Now Guest gets this. Ice is the call. Yeah, I got you. Yep, I got you. It's all good. All right, Randy's got to go downstairs, take care of some stuff here. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Blake. This is Ryan Miracle stepping in. He's out there with Doolin. Face-off controlled, won by New York. Blake's got to come out and play that one. Loose puck. Just scores! That was Tyler Doolin as he potted that one right in. And we'll go take a look at that on the replay. You'll see it right there. Tyler Doolin wide open out front of the net. 1-0 for the Wranglers. Face off, won by New York on the far side. This is Murphy, tries to put this in. Payne tries to hit him. Tyler Doolin's going to carry this one all the way inside. Steps to hit, quick shot. Blake with the save. Kept in. There's Rose with a long shot. He can't grab it. Now New York's going to try and back this one up. Here they come down the outside. They're going to be forced way outside. Long shot, misses wide. That was Neal, kept it at the line by New York. They try to dump into the shooting lane, knocked down to the corner. This is Rose going into the corner. 13:45 remaining of the first period. Rose hits his man. New York controls in behind the net. New York trying to find the outlet pass. They go back to Murphy. They work on the outside now. Long shot. Neal grabs that one at 13:32 of the first period. Both teams go for a line change on this one. Aiden Sager, Harris come out on this one. Dershire on the point as well, as a face-off will take place to the left-hand side of Neal. Face-off controlled, won by New York. They can't control it though. They're trying to back their way out. Now controlled by the Wranglers on the half board. Kept in at the line by New York. They shoot in the corner. Rubidoux has to battle on the half board. Out steps New York. Rubidoux knocks his man down. Harris has got it. He one-touch pass, and out comes the Wranglers. Wranglers cross into the zone, stopped at the line by New York, as they're now going to circle this one. They step around the outside. Kept way on the outside by Disher. Almost a collision there in the corner as they try to keep things moving here. New York keeps it at the line. This is Turner. He's going to walk in. Long shot off a leg and into the corner. Battle in the corner with Sager. New York tries to work this back. They do. Long shot up high, misses wide, tipped high. Outside over Neal. New York can't keep this one in. They got to back up now. They go D to D. This is now Turner. Turner tries to work it outside. Nice pick off by Sager. Knocked down in the neutral zone. Here comes Hayden Rivette now. He's going to circle on the outside. He's got David Duggan with him. Inside shot. Knocked away. David Duggan gets that away. And controlled. David Duggan in the corner. Tries to force this one out. Can't. Hayden Rivette hits his man as it works even lower into the corner. New York trying on the half board to get this one out. They can't. David Duggan keeps it in. New York controls though. Still trying to find their way out. Now they finally get it out. They control through the neutral zone. 3 Wranglers back as it's forced on the outside by Marcus Forbes on the corner. Hayden Rivette took a swipe, missed that one. Now picked off. Out comes Steven Saber up to Rivette. Rivette crosses the line. He's got bodies. Toe dragged by Rivette. Tries to get in. Can't. Knocked down by Blake. New York's going to regroup. They're going to carry this one out. Work on the far side. Hayden Rivette a little slow getting back to the bench. Hopefully he didn't do anything to that foot of his. As New York works on the outside, Neal's going to grab this one at 11:22 remaining of the first period. Score is currently 1-1 right now for the Wranglers. We'll update the score on the screen here in 1 sec. We'll do that in a sec, trying to do both jobs here, folks. New York now controls, long shot up over the glove of Neal, bouncing puck on the back of the net. Battle on the half board. This is Garley, tries to get it out. He can't, kept it at the line, dumped in deep by New York. Emmett Guest interfered with, no call on that one. Wranglers try to get this one out. They do. Battle at the boards. That's Emmett Guest, though, battling his man. New York's going to pick this one up, come right back in. Long shot. Neal glove saves that one at 10:49. Face off to the left-hand side of Neal. Face off one, controlled by New York. They try to work it on the outside, bouncing puck. Nobody seems to grab that one as they try to get that one out. Wranglers control, that was Doolin, tried to get that one. Nice poke check and dumped all the way in. Disher was kneed at the line there, penalty coming up. As the Wranglers will go to their power play, their first power play. Very important power play for the Wranglers. As they say in Wisconsin, big PP. As Sabre, Duggan, and Rivette out here. Forbes and Grimbleby on the point. 2 minutes for trippings to call on that. Should have been a knee. David Duggan wins the draw, battle on the far side. Goes back to Grimbleby, over to Forbes. Forbes will walk in, he'll shoot. Long shot off a stick into the corner. Sabre's now going to control on the far side. Tries to work it out. He's trying to find Rivette's stick, can't find it. Sabre goes on the outside, back to Forbes. Forbes now tries to work it low. This is Sabre. Dumps over to Grimbleby. He'll try and shoot this one. Quick shot from the point, blocked. As Grimbleby in tight now. Long shot, tip, nice save, bouncing puck. As Rivette goes into the corner to grab this one and works around the outside. Long shot by Rivette. Defenseman will fill that one tomorrow. Turned and fired all the way down. 1:12 remaining in the penalty. 9:35 remaining in the first period. 1-1 here at the Ranch. As the Wranglers regroup, they're going to slow this one down. Out comes Grimbleby. Captain on the far side. Forbes also has the puck. He's going to dump this one in. Foot race now into the corner. Duggan bounces his man off on the half board. Back to Grimbleby. Grimbleby looking. He goes across to Forbes. Forbes is going to shoot this one. Just missed wide. Kept in at the line. That was Sabre back. He's going to long shoot that one as well. Gloved by Blake and held on to at 9:05 remaining of the first period. Face off to the left-hand side of Blake. This is Lance Brown now in on the draw. Lance Brown, New York wins the draw. Can't control, scores! Oh, they're saying no, we're gonna have to go upstairs and take a look at that. And we will, on the first chance we get. That looked like it went in from here. Quick shot, Blake knocks that one down off a leg. Still a battle, no call the trip on this. In wants Guess off the point. He shoots up high and wide. 13 seconds remaining on the power play. New York can't clear. Another shot at the side of the net. Miracle now grabs this puck. Battle into the corner. Out comes Brown. He goes back on the far side. Rubidoux now tries to work on the far side. They come inside. They try to work it out. They can't. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. As the first chance we'll get, we'll go look at that shot from the side of the net. We all thought it went in here. Randy, the camera now, man back upstairs. Very important mission Randy had to take care of. Not sure what it was. Emmett Guest now on the far side over to Hayden Rivette. Hayden Rivette takes a small bump. Good to see he didn't feel any worse from that hit. And they work around the outside. New York's got to regroup in behind. 7:47 remaining of the first. New York on the far side. 3 Wranglers back. Hard hit in behind the net. Now New York works on the outside. They're trying to find the way in the shooting lane. It gets knocked away by the Wranglers and controlled. This is Rose. Rose went off a foot there. Couldn't get this one out. Also missed into the shoot lane. Blocked up as they tried to go outside of Neal. Neal had that red. as it's kept at the line. This is Turner now. He's going to take a small side step off the foot of Duggan into the corner. Now Wood's going to get this one. He's going to put it up to Sabre. Sabre far side off a stick. Could be a high stick. Nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants to touch it. Now kept in by New York. Spalding now tries to go knocked down by Steven Sabre. He's going to bump his man, shoot it in wide. Rivette's going to be there to catch up. New York goes left to right now behind Blake. They work it on the outside, just under 7 minutes gone, or remaining in the first period. Wood up to Rivette. Rivette's going to carry this one in by himself, fools everybody, dumps it in, chases. Top line goes for a change. Sager tries to get in. As Sabre goes for a change, he does. Long dump in. Players down in front of us right here. Okay. I got it. We go. Power play coming up for the Wranglers, or against the Wranglers. PK, they're going to talk about whatever happened there. Randy, the cameraman, is also the trainer for tonight's game. Oh, there is no penalty on that call. That's weird the way he was pointing. Face-off will take place out in the neutral zone. Face-off, one pushed through by Sager. Worked in deep. Blake's going to hang on to that one at 6:27. All right. Face off here to the left-hand side. Oops, sorry, folks. There we go. Face off, one by Sager, goes into the corner. That's Harris now on the half board. Tried to battle his man out. Comes New York. They're going to work around the outside. Sager now chases him down. As they work into the corner. Bumped inside. Deep into the corner. Wranglers try to get this one out. Now controlled by the Wranglers. 6 minutes remaining of the first period. 1-1. As they work on the outside. Forms in Rubidoux, the defenseman, back as Sager tries to catch him. New York comes in 3 wide, sidestep, tries to go outside. Neal knocked that one down. This could be potential icing as Wranglers go for the change. Icing is the call.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Baja Craft Kitchen. Inspired by the collective culinary journey of its founders. With a passion for fresh flavors, we offer thoughtfully crafted cuisine and creative cocktails.
Again, thank you so much to our sponsors here for the Wrangler broadcast. As we're getting set back up, waiting for some information here. We will go back and look at that replay where it hit the post. Face off, one by New York, 2 clean though, came all the way out. 5:37. They try to work inside. Neal's going to play this one. Banked in hard by your captain. Icing waved off, now foot race. This is Miracle now speeding down. He's out there with Tyler Doon. He's out front all by himself, but nobody there. They dump this one out. Now there's a change. Jackson Payne out there. Tipped off a stick by Doolin. Now Ryan Miracle's going to chase his man down on the half board. New York works into the shooting lane. Shot. Oh, Neal had that. Bounced free and was cleared. Dumped out now a foot race. This is Tyler Doolin. Tries to catch up to his man. New York goes on the half board. Tries to get this out off the leg of Payne. Now got out by New York. They on the half board. Grimbleby misses the assignment on that. 4.45 seconds remaining. Minutes remaining. Shot around the outside. Worked into the corner now. This is Rose going in. Tries to battle his man on the half board. Dooling tries to get in the way as well. New York keeps it in. Nifty little move. Can't get it in. Now cleared by the Wranglers. Oh, a little tangle up here. As Rose and Nealon get whack at each other there, the little battle. No, they're just going to split them up. No call on that. Little tit for tat. Face-off's going to stay in deep, though, to the right-hand side of Neal. 4:26 remaining of the first period. Oh, puck went out of play. That's what we were waiting for. As Duggan, Rivette, and Sabre now out there. One by New York. Quick shot off a shin pad of David Duggan. Hayden Rivette now takes a breath, tries to put it through the middle. Tipped in by Sabre. Sabre almost gets that, tries to back away. Again, Wranglers back on a defensive line here. New York can't find their way in. They have to dump it in, but knock down the line. Here comes Rivette. He's kind of by himself, waiting for a couple guys to catch up. Oh, tried the little toe drag move there, got caught this time. As Rivette tries to bang this one in. David Duggan back as the extra defenseman there. Nice hit at the line. Puck kept on the outside. That was Rubidoux trying to knock him outside. In comes Rivette, far shot. Off the stick of Sabre on the half boards, race into the corner. Steven Sabre skates through his man. He's a thick boy. Pretty hard to stand up in front of him. New York's going to take their time coming out. 3.5 minutes remaining of the first. New York regroups on the board. They're going to just dump this in and go for their change. Neal knocks it down behind the net, puts it over to Forbes. Forbes now looking for an outlet pass. He's going to carry this up to the captain, David Duggan. Steps around his man in through the lane. He's going to walk right in. Tries to work it on the outside. Stick knocked away from him. Miscommunication there with him and Grimbleby, but David Duggan is back. New York's got a reset for the hit. They work on the outside. Can't get it in. Neal with the save on the side of the net there. He knocked that one down. New York tries to work it on the outside, trying to find their shot. They do off a leg, off another foot there. Neal didn't see that one. As Grimbleby now speeds into the corner, takes a hit. Duggan still behind the net. Emmett Guest out there as well, BC native. As Forbes bumps his man in behind the net, Grimbleby now on the half board. Rivette's going to slow this one down. He's got Guest streaking long pass off a stick. This will be offside. Guest tags up. Spalding now carries for New York. 2.5 minutes to go. New York on the outside. They're forced way outside. Can't find their way in. Lots of sticks there for the Wranglers. Wranglers can't clear it. Kept it at the line by New York. They're going to carry this one in. Again, battle on the half board. Good play there by Lance Brown. Hard battle in the corner there. That's Rubidoux in there battling his man. Guest takes a swing on the half board. New York keeps it in. Long shot off a stick. Deflected wide. Backhand knocked down by the arm by Neal. As he is immediately sat down by Rose as they stand over top of Neal. Rose will not put up with that out front of the net. As last time New York was here, they battled on top of Neal pretty good all night. Face off to the right-hand side as Payne, Doolin, and Miracle now come out on the forward line. Disher's heading to the dressing room right now for the Wranglers, limping a little bit. Just under 2 minutes remaining of the first period. Rose tries to get this one out. He does. Now a foot race. Here we go, 2-on-1. Oh, little hit there, little hook, no call. As Doolin lost his footing on that as the stick was in between his legs like a corkscrew hook, but no call by the referee. Back comes New York, 3 wide. They shoot high, deflected wide above the net. New York's got to circle back away. 1.5 minutes remaining of the first. Nice hit by Tyler Doolin, but kept at the line by New York. They work on the outside, can't find their way in. They're pushed around the outside into the shooting lane. Quick shot. Neal grabs that one at 1:18. Then a shove after the whistle. Yeah, now it gets a little rough stuff here. And, of course, Acid Rose right in the middle of that. And take one on each side. That's the right call. Don't know if we're going to go 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. Should be 4-on-4. Now the referee does call for 4-on-4. Both teams have too many players on the ice right now. 2 minutes on each side. Thought they were going to drop the puck there for a sec. Duggan on the draw. He's out there with Sabre. Face off, won by the Wranglers. Forbes puts it in behind the net off a leg, gets it right back. Forbes now flicks this one up high, knocked down by your captain, Duggan. Duggan on the outside, works around. Here comes Steven Sabre on the outside, looks for the quick shot. Blake knocks that down. Blaine knocks that down. Tip just outside by Marcus Forbes. Shot out, kept at the line. Is the goalie Blaine or Blake? Blaine?
With an N, yeah.
Oh, okay, Blaine. Sorry, we're calling him Blake there. Sorry about there for Blake's parents if you're watching from New York. Steven Sabre now on the outside. We didn't get any lineups tonight. Like I said, lots of problems at the rink tonight. Hard hit on the half board by Sabre. New York now carries this one out. This is Duffy. 26 seconds remaining on the far side. Duffy works to the outside. Marcus Forbes keeps him out off his stick in behind the net. New York tries to regroup with 17 seconds left in the period. New York trying to find their shooting lane in. They go from D to D. They can't find it. Cartier tries to move it inside. Clogged up by the Wranglers. Battle out front of the net. 6 seconds remaining. New York tries to circle on the outside. One last chance for them. Quick shot. Neal flashes the leather with 0.6 seconds left as he knocked that one down. Not much is going to happen with 0.6 seconds. New York opts to pull their goalie for an extra attacker. 0.6 seconds. Not even a shot off on that one. And at the end of the first period, here live at the ranch, 1-1. And we'll catch you on the other side of the intermission show.
Located at 1325 Centennial Drive. It offers programs to players from U8 to U20. Programs include our skate mill training and total training package, utilizing our 2 skate mills, Fusion Skating Zone, and much, much more. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by. In their 16th year of hosting tournaments, Realm Sports is proud to offer various spring tournaments for players of all levels in Kingston. Tournaments include our Ontario Prospects D2 and D3 Boys Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Girls Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Ringette Invitational, and the Realm Spring Cup House League Tournament. Register your team today at realmsports.com. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Haymakers in Kingston refers to Haymakers Urban Kitchen, a family-friendly canteen and catering service located inside the Investia Center. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by 417 Bus Line, founded in 1958 in Castleman, Ontario, is a bus and charter transportation provider serving the Ottawa region with a large fleet of over 850 vehicles. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by the Merchant Tap House. Our historic building houses a unique, laid-back, and comfortable dining experience with one of the largest outdoor patios in town. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by Realm Sports is a family-centered multi-sport academy located in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of programs including sports tournaments, spring hockey leagues, teams, and camps designed for different age groups. The organization focuses on providing exciting and educational sports experiences. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Union Kitchen and Cocktails on Princess Street is your one and only spot for handcrafted cocktails, artisan pizza, handmade pasta, and fresh starters. There is something delicious for everyone.
Steps around his man, but turned over by the Wranglers. Here comes David Duggan. Quick shot. Blaine with a kick pass. Quick shot in. Scores! Oh my! That was Sylvain as he bangs that one in, and it is 1-0 for the Wranglers. Face off won by New York. Hard shot as the Wranglers are complaining about that one. We'll go back and take a look at that ourselves on the replay. Right here, I see David Duggan catches this one on the fly, and he's in all by himself. Lots of time, just shoots it. Nice save by Blaine, nice read, as we will go to the intermission show, and we will catch you for the second period. 1-1 after one here at the Ranch in Kingston, Ontario. Quick shot off the half board. Scores! That one off the foot of Ryan Miracle, as it is at the far side. We can't really zoom in because of the mesh, but you'll see it just pulled off the side. Quick shot into the feet and works its way in as the Wranglers now take a 2-1 lead here in the second period as they worked it in. As he worked it around right there, Neil read that all day long and knocked that off to the side as Neil's holding the 2-1 lead right now in the second period. We had the great battle here in front of us. Then the shot that just rings right off the post right there. Neil had the angle cut. 3-2 at the end of two, and we'll see you on the other side of the intermission show. Right there, there's the hard hit just inside the blue line. That was a massive hit. The hit, here's a breakaway, scores. As everybody kind of pinched forward on that one, they got in behind as we're 3-3 at 8:09 to the third period. This one through, he's gonna step all the way in. Still has bodies with quick shot. Oh, Blaine, nice, he scores! That went off a defenseman, it went off Duffy's leg. And that's going to go to Hayden Rivette. What a lucky bounce, but Hayden Rivette will take it. Support now given. No call by the official on that one as Hamilton poked Guest right in the back of the leg. 2 minutes remain. There goes Blaine to the bench. Now extra attacker on for New York. He's going to control. He's going to carry this one. He's going to shoot for the empty net. And scores. David Duggan with the long distance shot as the Wranglers take a 5-3 lead. Face off now to the left hand side of Neil. Face off won by New York but controlled by Guest. Guest is going to take a shot. He hits the empty net as well, as that's Emmett Guest's first goal of the year as he gets that monkey off his back. As tradition, here come the Wranglers down to Victor's Corners, and they're going to celebrate with Jared. This tradition started last year as they celebrate with Jared, the 22nd member of this team. What a great game by the Wranglers. Thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. 6-3 Wranglers. Continues for the Kingston Wranglers.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you in part by Realm Sports Spring Tournaments. Check out all the tournaments they have to offer. In their 16th year of hosting tournaments, Realm Sports is proud to offer various spring tournaments for all levels in Kingston. Their tournaments include Adult Hockey Classic, Ontario Prospects D2, D3, and Junior Boys Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Girls Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospect Springette Invitational, and the Realm Spring Cup House League Tournament. Register your team today at realmsports.com.
Oh, trying to multitask here. Not very good at it here. So. Naughty captain. Bad captain.
Get a pass from him. Somebody shooting like this coming. I think I'll give it to him.
Okay.
He might turn up.
Yeah.
Obvious.
So what am I doing here? I've got Austin's number all practice. Oh yeah! Ew. He sold. Ew. What a pass. It's a good warm-up shot there. It's gonna be a lot of heavy breathing here. Yep. Bad pass. Bad pass. Don't be like me, kids. Make good passes. I'm gonna snipe this. I'm calling my shot right now. I'm going. Oh my God. Yeah! It went in. You saw that. It went in. It went in. What a sauce. That's disgusting. Yeah. Ah! Little moonwalking. It's all good.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Bar Homes, with 70 years of deeply rooted history in the construction industry of Kingston and the surrounding areas. The Bar family is pleased to help local family create their legacies by sharing our expertise and excellence in building.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you in part by Realm Sports, hosting spring hockey 4-on-4 leagues in Kingston, Napanee, and Girls League only based out of Napanee as well. Head on over to realmsports.com to register your player today.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by the Merchant Tap House. Brick building houses a unique, laid-back, and comfortable dining experience with one of the largest outdoor patios in town. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey.
All right. We're going to try testing out the sound level there. There was Black Bear reached out to us. We're not sure if we're too loud or what's going on there. Let's go back and take a look. If we can have it queued up right. That was the battle out front. We're going to look at that shot that happened down at the far end. Had a couple highlights since then that we saved for the replay. Not sure we'll find the one we're actually looking for. All right, Damien, am I still too loud? This is the shot right here. This is one we thought went in, hit the post. Looks like it stayed out. But we'll take a look at that. Sorry, we're still kind of talking to the folks there at Black Bear about the level of the game coming in. We'll take it down just a little bit. As we're getting ready here for the second period, top line out for your Wranglers. 4-on-4 hockey. Face off won by New York. They come across the neutral zone there. Your captain David Duggan tries to knock it down. Rivette's going to carry this one. This is now Marcus Forbes, the new addition here. He's going to put it off to Rivette. Long dump in behind Blaine as it's cut off on the far side as David Duggan now cuts in. Battle on the half board. Duggan on the half board across to Rivette. Quick shot high, misses wide, and all the way back down as Sabres out there as well. A foot race. This is your captain to the side. He's going to battle his man in behind. Your captain David Duggan now is going to carry this one out. David Duggan's going to carry this one all the way down the far side over to Forbes. Forbes can't get a handle on it. New York's going to try and get this one out. Rivette beats him to the sideboard and keeps it in. Now a battle as Rivette tries to get away from his man. He can't. Kept in at the line. Forbes comes in to help. Here comes New York. 3-on-1 as Sabres back as well. They're going to walk all the way and shoot. And Neal with the great save and kicks off to the outside. David Duggan just kind of couldn't track that one. New York again, a long shot, tip to the side. Now Duggan's going to carry this. Then both guys come out of the box as Duggan went to get that one slashed out. And icing is the call at 18:39 of the second period. We'll have to change that on the clock there too, folks, as Randy is down with the teams again. Man of many talents, Randy the cameraman. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Neal. Face-off won by New York. They keep it at the line. They try to work on the outside. They have nothing. You got to dump it into the corner now. New York tries to work on the half board. They're battled hard on the far side. Now they shoot it all the way in. In behind the net there, Neal. As Forbes chases on the outside, he can't get a change in. Quick shot. No chance there for New York. They still try to find it inside. Out come the Wranglers. They're going to carry this one through. Quick shot. Nice save by Blaine. Back comes New York. Still 1-1. Long shot. Misses wide. As Garley tried to one-touch pass this up to Brown. He controls up to Emmett Guest. Emmett Guest now on the far side. Tries to walk in. Quick shot just to the outside. Wood now comes out. Long distance shot on the ice. Blaine's going to try and hang on to that one as Guest gets the puck away from him. New York now works it out on the far side. Blake Wood tries to touch it up. One-touch pass by Garley in. And kept to the outside. Emmett Guest tried for the one time. Kind of fanned on that one. As Garley can't control. Now they're working on the outside. Long flick pass. Penalty coming up. That will be Blake Wood for tripping. As New York will go to the power play. Face off now to the right-hand side of Neal. Face off one, shot all the way down. 17 minutes remaining in the second period. 1-1 tie here at the Ranch, Kingston, Ontario. Live on Black Bear. Thank you so much for joining us here. As Sabre steps up on this, Grimmelby tries to get back as well. Long shot. Neal's going to grab this one and hang on to it. That's 16:43. Face off, push through. Quick shot high above the net. Kept on the outside. This is Duffy now, can't find his way in. tipped away and out. As we're just crossing the 40 seconds gone in the penalty to Blake Wood for tripping. New York comes in too wide, lots of Wranglers back. Cartier trying to go D to D. Wranglers square up. Saber Duggan. Grimbleby and Forbes. Grimbleby hits his man in the corner. Forbes tries to help out. New York can't clear. Kept in on the half board. This is Duffy. Goes around your captain. Tries to find a right back. Nobody there. They clear the lane. Quick shot. Neal knocks that one down. Hangs on to it. A stick got put on Neal, and Marcus Forbes was not having any of that. Both teams go for the change. Rivette and Brown come out on the forward line. Rose and Rubador on the point. 42 seconds remaining in the penalty. Brown steps in on the draw, right left-hand side of Neal. Face off, won by Brown. Slapped out, New York can't control, and it's out. Cartier's going to back up. He has nothing to work with. He's going to go behind the net and reset. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Blake Wood for tripping. Out comes New York, 4 wide. Wranglers are back. They square up, trying to find their way through. Can't slash, no call. As Brown steps up high, battles his man. Hayden Rivette now is going to finish his check. Nice hard hit right here in front of us at the command center here at the ranch. New York's on the outside trying to find their way in. Here comes Heist from the side. They can't. 3 seconds, 0. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Quick shot. Neal knocks that down. Rubidoux takes a swing. Nothing there. He gets beat on the half board. Duggan's been out here for a while. He's got to get him off the ice. As nothing really seems to be moving on the half board. Referee was going to blow the whistle. Now it gets going. Here goes Duggan. Lance Brown's streaking as well. Large bank off the stick of Rivette in around Duffy. Rivette and Duggan have to get off the ice. Been out there for quite a while. Out comes New York now, 3 wide. Heist goes into the shooting lane. Quick shot. Neal knocks that down to the outside. Rivette hits his man Tyler Doolin out there now. Long shot off a body in the corner. Rubidoux's going to control. He's going to slam this off the boards. Try and get it up out of play. At 14:10 remaining of this second period.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Bar Homes, with 70 years of deeply rooted history in the construction industry of Kingston and the surrounding areas. The Bar family is pleased to help local family create their legacies by sharing our expertise and excellence in building.
Face off was won by New York. Neal caught that one right away, knocked it down. Face off, pushed through, controlled by the Wranglers. Battle on the half board. Payne can't get it out off a foot of Brian Miracle. He couldn't get it out either. And they come back in. New York is 3 wide and they try to work at the shooting lane. Jackson Payne knocks it down, goes far side. Ryan Miracle now carries this up. 13:47 remaining of the second period. Picked off by Logan Grimbleby. He's going to carry this one. Oh, as he just avoided a knee-on-knee collision there with Duffy. On the half board now, New York's going to carry this one out. 13:30 remaining. New York puts it around. They're going to dump this in. Duffy into the corner, tries to find his way, tries to step out. As that goes in, as Duffy got out and was able to slide that in through the feet. And New York takes a 2-1 lead here at the ranch at 13:21 of the second period. Face off one, dumped in by the Wranglers. They give chase, shot out, knocked down on the half board. Sager shoots, no, nice save. As Sager had a chance there in front of the net. Huge hit there, just missed on the outside by Braden Harris. As Provost lost his footing, fell behind the net. Sager tries to clear. Harris gets this one out. Now it's a foot race on the outside. This is Carter Sager. Tries to help out, can't get this one in. Here comes New York. New York carries this in 3 wide. Blake Wood tries to get that. Marcus Forbes just took a high stick. No call by the official. Delayed offside. Marcus Forbes now going to carry this puck up. Gives it up to Sager. Aiden Sager goes. Forbes is bleeding. He's heading to the bench. He gets to change in. Austin Rose comes out for him. Rose is going to back up. He goes to the far side. Long shot. Blaine saves that. You could lean against it. There you go. New York tries to work this into the shoot lane all by himself. Shoots. Glove save by Neal. He read that all the way. Still some pushing and shoving out front. Face-off will take place in the Wranglers zone. 11:53 remaining of the second period. 2-1 New York here at the Ranch. Face-off will take place on the right-hand side of Neal. Dug it out there, Rivette, Sager, Grimbleby. Can't make out the far side who the other defenseman is right now. Oh, that's Rose on the far side. Sorry, Rosie. Quick shot. Neal knocks that down off the stick. Still a tangle up out front. A lot of sticks getting up high. No call by the official. Grimbleby hits his man. Duggan also hits Hamilton on the half board. Huge battle in the corner. All 4 players in there battling it out. Still continues on as Rivette can't get this out. Now we got some rough stuff happening as Grimbleby gets tangled up. Rose will come right in on that one. He's not known to back away from anything. Still pushing and shoving. Rose looking for it. Perros also wants it from New York as Rivette gets tangled up. Still a lot of action happening. Rivette still looking for it. Still trying to get this one broken up. While they try to work this one out, we will go to a commercial break.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Haymakers in Kingston refers to Haymakers Urban Kitchen, a family-friendly canteen and catering service located inside the Investia Center. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by the Merchant Tap House. Our historic building houses a unique, laid-back, and comfortable dining experience with one of the largest outdoor patios in town.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Michael P. Lee, providing insurance services in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of insurance types, including auto, home, and life insurance, located in the historical downtown Kingston.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Union Kitchen and Cocktails on Princess Street is your one and only spot for handcrafted cocktails, artisan pizza, handmade pasta, and fresh starters. There is something delicious for everyone. This Kingston.
All right, we're going to work that one out. We had to turn the mic off there. Our new broadcasting area is right up above the visitors' bench, and there was some pleasantries exchanged between the players. We didn't need anybody listening to that tonight. It's supposed to be Christmas season. Last game of 2025 for the Wranglers. Nice break. A Looks like the Wranglers are going down a man. Out of all of that, don't know how they didn't keep that even, but only Hayden Rivette's in the box right now. No, Hamilton's in there as well. As the referees explain this, but there's only 2 minutes up on the clock right now on the Wranglers side. Yeah, the only explanation out of that is 4 minutes for Hayden Rivette and 2 minutes for Hamilton. That's what we're going with. Wranglers down a man going in the second period. 11:32 remaining. Referee's going to explain this to the New York coach as well. Referee Gravel. Not sure exactly who, first time seeing him this year. Face off now to the left-hand side of Neal. 11:32 remaining in the second period. Finally getting underway here. Face off won by New York, but Duggan knocked that down, hammers it down the ice into the corner. And the Wranglers are going to go one deep, three wide on the back as Woods, Sager, and Rubidoux hang back. Duggan will be the front man on there. Pick ran to center of the ice. No interference call, apparently. As now the Wranglers are going to square up. No, they're going to do the extended one version. Again, blocking up the shooting lanes. Coach Majors again working on this new defense, which is nice. One of the biggest things that the Wranglers had working against them last year is they were the second most shots against in the entire USPHL last year. This year, they're well within the middle of the pack, which was great to see. Kept it at the line, though. Sabres going to get that out, though. Backhand knocked down by your captain, Duggan. 1 minute remaining in the penalty. It's going to be that down there. Oh. All right, we'll be back, folks. Got a camera issue. And we're back. All right. Loose wire. It's all good. Penalty coming up against the Wranglers again. We didn't catch quite who got that penalty. Marcus Forbes with the penalty. 7 seconds still remaining. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call against Marcus Forbes, as we will be going 5-on-3 for 7 seconds. Rubidoux talking to the referee right now, trying to figure this one out. Lance Brown's going to stay out along with Wood on the far side. 5-on-3. New York works around the outside. Duffy trying to work low. They into the shooting lane, broken up by Lance Brown. Now it's 5-on-4. Emmett Guess is going to come all the way in. Wranglers reset the power play. Shot high and wide away from Neal. As Guess tries to come in, gets this one kept in at the line. Guess can't clear it. New York comes in the shoot lane. Neal's going to knock that down with his blocker, as Rubidoux tried to clear that, fanned on it. Now he finds it, kept in at the line. Offside. Late offside there, finally called by the official. Looks like Hamilton gets to come out of the bench. 1:25 remaining in the penalty to Marcus Forbes. Still a lot of language going on the ice right now. Kept in by New York at the line. Warren's going to have this on the half board. Lance Brown's watching him. They go back to the point now. Quick shot. Neal tips that one and knocks it to the side. Gaston Brown are the forwards. Wood and Rubidoux pull up the back end on this penalty kill. 1 minute remaining in the penalty. In comes Heiss from the side. Quick shot. Neal knocks that to the side. Quick shot misses wide. Wood tried to clear that. Fanned on it. Controlled by New York in the zone. Knocked down. Oh, they can't hold that in as Guest tried to step up on that. Delayed offside. Brown's going to back up. He'll clear this one hard. Up to Guest. Guest will sidestep his man. Go for a skate. 1-on-3. Guest is going to long distance shot in. Blaine as the Wranglers change. Grimbleby and Rose back on the point. And the other forward will be David Duggan, your captain. Long pass by New York. They're going to one-touch this one. Miscommunication. Duggan read that one. Chases his man around the outside. Sabre now comes out for Brown. They're the 4. They're going to back up. They tee up as well. They tried to walk through neutral zone. No, too many sticks there. Kept in at the line. New York has to work her on the outside. As Rose knocks his man down. Quick shot, fired down. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. We finally return to 5-on-5 hockey. As Market Forbes comes out, goes on the bench. Hayden Rivette comes out. And we're put back together. Rivette, Duggan, and Sabre up front. Grimbleby and Rose on the point. New York comes in wide. Hamilton stops on the half board. Tries to put it across. He's hit by Hayden Rivette. Duffy tries to find his way off the foot of David Duggan. Now Sabre's going to chase him. Put in behind the net. Logan Grimbleby now goes into the corner. Tries to shoot this one out. Hayden Rivette has it. Can't step around his man. New York comes back in as David Duggan hammers his player against the New York bench. Now put up Hayden Rivette. He's got Sabre with him. Sabre's going to go way outside. Hayden Rivette drags on the one line. He's going to pick that up in the shooting lane. Oh, Sabre almost had that one. Rubidoux now back out on the point. Kept it at the line by Sabre. New York does get it out. Stepped up by Rubidoux. Rose is going to try and bank this off the glass. He does touch the mesh. At 6:37 remaining of the second period. Again, 2-1 for New York. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. Live at the Ranch, Kingston, Ontario. Last game for the Wranglers in 2025 as we go to the Christmas break. Lance Brown's going to step in on the draw. He's out there with Gaston Garley. Face off one, put in behind the bench. That's Disher that put that on the outside. Now carried out. Emmett Guest tried to go to the far side. Looking for Lance Brown, didn't find him. Disher keeps it in. Theo Disher shoots it in behind the net. Picked off by New York. Defenseman from New York falls down. Hand pass by New York in front of the net. I don't know how that wasn't pulled into the crease. New York comes out 3 wide. Lots of Wranglers back, though. Disher pushes his man to the outside. Guest comes into the shooting lane, knocks it down. Bouncing puck. Now we got a tangle up here as Brown is looking for it. As Brown grabbed, that was Nealon. He didn't want to fight, though. Nealon's known for mucking it up a little bit. Probably a smart play not to grab a hold of Lance Brown like that, as icing is the call at 5:42 remaining of the second period. 2-1 for New York, and we'll be back right after this.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Baja Craft Kitchen, inspired by the collective culinary journey of its founders. With a passion for fresh flavors, we offer thoughtfully crafted cuisine and creative cocktails.
Face off the left-hand side of Neal, won by the Wranglers. They get this one out. Garley can't quite get to it now. Neal tries to catch his man. New York bounces off the glass and out. Knocked down by Disher, but controlled by New York. In comes New York, 2-on-1. Gavin Garley's back, though, to pick up the extra straggler. As Neal got a glove on that one, but couldn't track it. And knocked down. Icing is the call. At 5:17 remaining of the second period. Face-off will take place to the left-hand side of Neal. One of the icing rules here in the USPHL. They get to pick the side they want. Lance Brown is going to take his time coming in for the draw, probably looking to get thrown out. Oh, linesman's going to hold him in there. Face off one, controlled by Neal off the glass. Bouncing puck to Kent. In comes Emmett Gass. He's got Garley with him as well. Quick shot. Grabbed by Blaine. Wranglers can get their change in as Lance Brown came right in to stand in front of Blaine. And, of course, New York took exception to that one. 5:09 remaining in the second period. Payne, Miracle, and Doolin come out on the forward line. Marcus Forbes back on the ice, along with Blake Wood. Face off right-hand side of Blaine from New York. Miracle steps in on the draw. Ryan Miracle. Face off won by Miracle. Back to Payne. Payne on the half board, kept in. At the line by Wood. Tries to work it low. This is Doolin. Tries to get to the front. He can't find him. Marcus Forbes will keep this in. Long distance shot. Fluttering puck. Tagged up over top. New York's going to grab this one and carry it out. Now it's a one-on-one. This is Marcus Forbes backing up. Can't find their way through. Neal's going to step up and grab this as he took a small whack at Neal. Now they're going to tangle up. This is Hamilton and Forbes now tangling up. Again, New York reached in and gave a little swat there to Neal. Wranglers having nothing to do with that. Everybody being a little cheeky on the ice. Ryan Miracle stepping in on the draw. Tyler Doolin battles Hamilton in front of the net. Marcus Forbes tries to get this one out. Payne steps in as well. Quick shot far outside. Kept in at the line, though, by New York. They work it in low in behind the net, left to right behind Neal. New York tries to walk out in the shooting lane. Nice play by Marcus Forbes. As Duffy tried to go on the half board. Quick shot, knocked away. Doolin's going to pick this one up and get it back in, but kept in by New York. Blake Wood back, looks for the backdoor pass. He read that one, picked it off, but lost his footing. New York controls on the half board, tries to find the pass out. They find it. Tip and tap as Neal had that read, but he had to get there quick. As Ryan Miracle's going to get this one, takes a hit. Doolin comes in, tries to get that one out. He's tangled up with his player. Two Wranglers in to help out. New York's going to come away with that. As Wood knocks this one down, he's going to carry this one out. Wood's going to grab the line, probably work on the outside. He does. Quick shot by Wood, knocked down by New York. Now it's a foot race. Now they're going to put this one up. Oh, they missed that one. Icing waved off. Rose beats his man back. Didn't put a lot on that as he's going to look at the pass out front. Now Rose picks this up. He's got some bodies with him. Long pass, missed, and Doolin's going to go all the way down. Icing waved off as they finish their change on this one as Carter Sager now back out. Now it's a foot race. Rose is back as long as Sager. Quick shot. Neal knocks that one down. Loose puck on the ice. Referee was out of position. Blew it down at 3:06 remaining in the second period. Face off to the right-hand side. Wranglers trying to get the puck outside, but no avail. Face off, won by New York. 1-2 cleanly as they put it outside. Now it's a foot race. Carter Sager chases his man. They go on the far side. Rose is going to step up. Offside delayed, not called. Aiden Sager now over to Grimbleby. Logan Grimbleby across to his defense partner, Aston Rose. They're going to knock this one up. Miscommunication at the line by the Wranglers. They're going to circle around out. Grimbleby steps up, hammers this one in. Wranglers clear, now regroup, head back in. Both Sagers are heading back in, picked off by Grimbleby. He's going to shoot to the left-hand side. Smart play by Logan Grimbleby. Didn't have a shot outside, hoping for the bouncing puck, almost got it. Now it's a battle in deep. This is Harris, Braden Harris out there now. Grimbleby and Rose back. It's a 4-on-2. Rose pushes his man to the outside. Nice play by Rose. They can't get this one outside. Nice call. No call on that cross check on the side. Quick shot knocked away on the side from Neal. Hard battle in the corner. Rose tries to get this one through. He hits his man. Bouncing puck. David Duggan out there now with Rivette. And Harris is still out there. Battle on the half board. This is your captain. David Duggan's going to come away with the puck. Now he's got some room. He's going to pick up a head of steam and get ahead of the Newark player. One touch pass from Harris, back to Duggan, back to Harris. Duggan's going to beat Harris to the puck on the half board. 1:30 remaining of the second period. As New York now comes out, they were looking to get inside. Warren tried to flick past this in. Neal pushes his man. Rose knocks it down. Another knee-on-knee call. No call by the official. That's David Duggan who's down with missed knee on that. As Wranglers are screaming from upstairs. Are they going to call that one? We'll go back and take a look at that knee as they got it in low. Now the Wranglers are taking exception to their captain laying on the ice, as that was a direct knee contact. I'm pretty sure the camera got it. As it came inside, you'll see Duggan reaching out. There's number 5 sticking his knee out. Down goes David Duggan. They only have a minor on the board. David Duggan is down, and he is injured on that one. Not a good look for the Wranglers right now as their best player, as Duggan is heading towards the draw. Oh, he's going to stay on the bench, though, but he's at the far end. Lots of conversation happening right now. Referees are putting the wrong player in the box. They put 14 in the box. It was number 5 that threw the knee. Only 2 minutes up on the clock still. Could have been 51 that threw. No, it was number 5, Mello. He's hurt. So the guy that actually went knee on knee with Neal, he's actually hurt here below us. That was Nealon, go figure. Wranglers going to work this around the outside now, trying to find their way in. This is Guest on the outside. Wranglers trying to work this in, under a minute to go. They work it back. Brown over to Guest. Guest is going to lob this one in off the stick of Blaine. Loose puck, but again, Blaine slid all the way over on that one, had it read the entire time. Now your captain, David Duggan, is heading to the dressing room. He seems to be walking okay. Probably going to grab a second breather. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Blaine. Brown steps in on the draw this one. Face-off pushed through by Brown, cleared and out of play. So face-off will stay inside. 42.8 seconds remaining. Want to swing to the left just a touch. Even more. There you go. Randy had to go down and check on the captain, David Duggan. He's the trainer for both teams tonight. As Rubidoux keeps this in at the line, they work it around the outside. Now Guest tries to find his way in. He finds a pass. Here comes Rubidoux. Quick shot high and above. This will make it all the way out. 30 seconds remaining in the second period. 2-1 for New York. As Guest is going to circle and pick up a head of steam. Long pass down for Ryan Miracle. Now a foot race into the corner. New York player had to back away from the big Ryan Miracle. Ryan Miracle trying to find an outlet pass. He's going to drop for Rubidoux. Rubidoux's going to fake shot, drop low. They try to work it inside. Ryan Miracle just missed on the outside. Now Guest battles in the corner. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. And as time winds down in the second period, 2-1 for New York as a shot happened after the whistle. Lance Brown, it wasn't a hard shot. But as we go to the second intermission, 2-1 for the New York Dynamo as we head to the second period. Thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. We'll go to the intermission show and we will catch you for the third period.
Cast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by HDC Kingston Realm Sports. Hockey Development Center Kingston is the newest state-of-the-art facility brought to Kingston, located at 1325 Centennial Drive. It offers programs to players from U8 to U20. Programs include our skate mill training and total training package, utilizing our 2 skate mills, Fusion Skating Zone, and much, much more. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by. In their 16th year of hosting tournaments, Realm Sports is proud to offer various spring tournaments for players of all levels in Kingston. Tournaments include our Ontario Prospects D2 and D3 Boys Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Girls Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Ringette Invitational, and the Realm Spring Cup House League Tournament. Register your team today at realmsports.com. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Haymakers in Kingston refers to Haymakers Urban Kitchen, a family-friendly canteen and catering service located inside the Investia Center. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by 417 Bus Line, founded in 1958 in Castleman, Ontario, is a bus and charter transportation provider serving the Ottawa region with a large fleet of over 850 vehicles. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by the Merchant Tap House. Our historic building houses a unique, laid-back, and comfortable dining experience with one of the largest outdoor patios in town. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by Realm Sports is a family-centered multi-sport academy located in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of programs including sports tournaments, spring hockey leagues, teams, and camps designed for different age groups. The organization focuses on providing exciting and educational sports experiences. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Union Kitchen and Cocktails on Princess Street is your one and only spot for handcrafted cocktails, artisan pizza, handmade pasta, and fresh starters. There is something delicious for everyone.
Steps around his man, but turned over by the Wranglers. Here comes David Duggan. Quick shot. Blaine with a kick pass. Quick shot in. Scores! Oh my! That was Sylvain as he bangs that one in, and it is 1-0 for the Wranglers. Face off one by New York. Hard shot as the Wranglers are complaining about that one. We'll go back and take a look at that ourselves on the replay. Right here, I see David Duggan catches this one on the fly, and he's in all by himself. Lots of time, just shoots it. Nice save by Blaine, nice read, as we will go to the intermission show, and we will catch you for the second period. 1-1 after one here at the Ranch in Kingston, Ontario. Quick shot off the half board. Scores! That one off the foot of Ryan Miracle, as it is at the far side. We can't really zoom in because of the mesh, but you'll see it just pulled off the side. Quick shot into the feet and works its way in as the Wranglers now take a 2-1 lead here in the second period as they worked it in. As he worked it around right there, Neil read that all day long and knocked that off to the side as Neil's holding the 2-1 lead right now in the second period. We had the great battle here in front of us. Then the shot that just rings right off the post right there. Neil had the angle cut. 3-2 at the end of 2, and we'll see you on the other side of the intermission show. Right there, there's the hard hit just inside the blue line. That was a massive hit. The hit, here's a breakaway, scores. As everybody kind of pinched forward on that one, they got in behind as we're 3-3 at 8:09 to the third period. Just went through, he's gonna step all the way in. Still has bodies with quick shot. Oh, Blaine, nice, he scores! That went off a defenseman, it went off Duffy's leg, and that's gonna go to Hayden Rivette. What a lucky bounce, but Hayden Rivette will take it. Support now given. No call by the official on that one as Hamilton poked Guest right in the back of the leg. 2 minutes remain. There goes Blaine to the bench. Now extra attacker on for New York. He's going to control. He's going to carry this one. He's going to shoot for the empty net and scores. David Duncan with the long distance shot as the Wranglers take a 5-3 lead. Face off now to the left-hand side of Neil. Face off won by New York, but controlled by Guest. Guest is going to take a shot. He hits the empty net as well, as that's Emmett Guest's first goal of the year, as he gets that monkey off his back. As tradition, here come the Wranglers down to Victor's Corners, and they're going to celebrate with Jared. This tradition started last year as they celebrate with Jared, the 22nd member of this team. What a great game by the Wranglers. Thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. 6-3 Wranglers. As the home streak continues for the Kingston Wranglers.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you in part by Realm Sports Spring Tournaments. Check out all the tournaments they have to offer. In their 16th year of hosting tournaments, Realm Sports is proud to offer various spring tournaments for all levels in Kingston. Their tournaments include Adult Hockey Classic, Ontario Prospects D2, D3, and Junior Boys Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Girls Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Ringette Invitational, and the Realm Spring Cup House League Tournament. Register your team today at realmsports.com.
Oh, trying to multitask here. Not very good at it here. So. Naughty captain. Bad captain.
Get a pass from him. Somebody shooting that guy's coming. I think I'll give it to him.
Okay.
He might turn up.
Yeah.
Obvious.
So what am I doing here? I've got Austin's number all practice. Oh yeah! Ew. He's sold. Ew. What a pass. It's a good warm-up shot there. It's gonna be a lot of heavy breathing here. Yep. Bad pass. Bad pass. Don't be like me, kids. Make good passes. I'm gonna snipe this. I'm calling my shot right now. I'm going. Oh my God. Yeah! It went in. You saw that. It went in. It went in. What a sauce. That's disgusting. Yeah! Ah! Little moonwalking. It's all good.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Bar Homes, with 70 years of deeply rooted history in the construction industry of Kingston and the surrounding areas. The Bar family is pleased to help local family create their legacies by sharing our expertise and excellence in building.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you in part by Realm Sports, hosting spring hockey 4-on-4 leagues in Kingston, Napanee, and Girls League only based out of Napanee as well. Head on over to realmsports.com to register your player today.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by the Merchant Tap House. Our historic building houses a unique, laid-back, and comfortable dining experience with one of the largest outdoor patios in town. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by HDC Kingston Realm Sports. Hockey Development Center Kingston is the newest state-of-the-art facility brought to Kingston, located at 1325 Centennial Drive. It offers programs to players from U8 to U20. Programs include our skate mill training and total training package, utilizing our 2 skate mills, Fusion Skating Zone, and much, much more. This broadcast of the Kingston Wranglers hockey brought to you by, in their 16th year of hosting tournaments, Realm Sports is proud to offer various spring tournaments for players of all levels in Kingston. Tournaments include our Ontario Prospects D2 and D3 Boys Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospect Girls Hockey Challenge, Ontario Prospects Ringette Invitational, and the Realm Spring Cup House League Tournament. Register your team today at realmsports.com. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Haymakers in Kingston refers to Haymakers Urban Kitchen, a family-friendly canteen and catering service located inside the Investia Center.
Back for the third period here at the Ranch. Shots are 32 New York, 21 for the Wranglers, 2-1 for New York going into the third. David Duggan now glad to see him back as he steps in on the draw. Top line out. This is Rivette and Sabre. Marcus Forbes is going to back out. He's out there with Grimbleby. Long pass. Grimbleby's going to carry this one up as he gains across the line. Grimbleby's going to drop this one off. Sabre's going to look for the shooting lane. Quick shot. Blaine grabs that one at 19:43. Still in the power play right now for the Wranglers. Duggan steps in on the draw. Rivette on the right. Sabre on the left. Bouncing puck. Sabre's going to control this one. Cross to Forbes. Forbes looking for the outlet pass. He's going to go back to Grimbleby. Long dump in. Blaine kicks that off to the side. Hayden Rivette standing in the shooting lane right now in front of the net. Grimbleby another shot. Blaine can't grab that one. New York's going to grab this one. Turn, fire all the way down. Neal's going to direct this one with 7 seconds remaining in the penalty. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Wranglers now try to work it on the outside, off the side of the net. Blaine knocks that one down. Net's knocked off. Nobody knows. Linesman notice. He's going to come in behind the play. Drop by New York, trying to find their way in. Shot high up over the blocker. Sabre knocks this. Here comes Sabre and your captain. They go wide. Sabre takes a sidestep. He's going to cut the net hard. Blaine almost had that one. Marcus Forbes jumped up on that rush as Rose now goes back to grab this one into the corner. Off a foot now. Oh, what a save by Neal on that one. As he got across and read that all the way. Shots are 32 for New York by we said at the very start. Well, there's a reason for that. The score is only 2-1. New York now tries to work this around. They try to hammer on the outside. Chased in on the half board by Neal. They go back. Now moved on the inside. Shot hard wide as they try to work this one out now. New York keeps this in at the line. They try and go on the offside. They can't seem to find it. Spalding now on the half board shot. Neal kicks off left, right, and controlled behind the net. Wranglers can't clear. New York keeps it in at the line. They battle on the outside. Out comes Emmett Guest. Emmett Guest now carrying the BC native on the outside. Looks for the drop pass. Finds the captain. He's going to step around the outside. Garley now has it. Goes back to the point. Long shot by Blake Wood to the corner. Nobody there. Now New York tries to break this one out and can't find it. Hard battle in behind the net. Long shot by New York, saved by Neal. And kept to the outside. Bouncing puck. Icing's the call. No, it'll negate the icing. Emmett Guest was the first one back over the hash marks. Guest tries to keep it. The line blows a wheel. He falls down. Rose now moves over left to right, forces his man. Sorry, that's Rubidoux. Quick shot by New York. Neal knocks that one down. Neal is focused on this. Outlet pass to Jackson Payne. He's going to get the line, tips it in. Blaine's going to let this one go as Turner behind the net now picks it up. Bouncing puck. Miracle keeps it in. New York's going to back and gather this one behind the net. Tyler Doolin tries to cut it off. Can't. New York tries to find their way out again. Thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV. Live from Kingston, Ontario, the ranch, home of the Kingston Wranglers. Thank you so much to all the New York parents joining us here online. As Ryan Miracle now shot, Blaine's going to grab this one, hang on to it. At 16:07 remaining of the third period. Wranglers make a small change as Austin Rose comes out on the back end. Oh, they're going to change the full line. Aiden Sager, Carter Sager, no relation by the way, and Braden Harris come out. Aiden Sager steps in on the draw. Bouncing puck, Rose is going to step up, keep it in. He shoots left to right behind Blaine. Now worked in on the half board. They try to find their way out, they can't. Now a battle. Sager's going to step up, try to find a little pass. Shot high up above the net. As Grimmelby can't get a handle on that one on the half board, he pushes through. Harris one-touch pass, quick shot by Carter Sager. Blaine steers that wide into the corner. Sager also controls. This is Aiden Sager. He's hit hard into the boards. Carter Sager tries to help out. Cross-checking penalty coming up against Murphy as, well, they're going to call a board. That was more of a cross-check, but we'll take the penalty as the Wranglers are going to go to a power play at 15:28. We'll try and work this one out. We'll be right back.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Haymakers in Kingston refers to Haymakers Urban Kitchen, a family-friendly canteen and catering service located inside the Investia Center.
Face off now to the left-hand side of Blaine. Top line comes out, face off, one clean by Duggan. Now they control back. This is Grimmelby. He'll turn, fire up the boards. Steven Saber's going to grab this one, fire it all the way in. Hayden Rivette streaks down the other side. He's going to pick this one up. He's going to go back to David Duggan, your captain. He's going to work around. This is Forbes. He's the new addition to the PP1 here. Sabre long shot, tipped high outside. 15 minutes even remaining in the third period. 2-1 for New York. Tipped on the outside. Face-off will take place to the left-hand side of Blaine. Linesman Richter in to take this draw. Captain David Duggan's out there. He's out there with Hayden Rivette. He's got Sabre on his left as well. Forbes and Grimmelby on the back point. Left-handed face-off win by David Duggan, back to Forbes. Forbes looking for the outlet pass. He's got Grimmelby. Forbes is looking for the pass. He does. Grimmelby off a stick into the corner. New York's going to grab, turn, fire. New York does get it out. They're going back down short-handed. They work to the outside. Offside's the call at 14:41. They thought they had the line on that one, but turned to the side. PP number 2 comes out for the Wranglers as Lance Brown. Miracle comes out on the far side, and Gavin Garley. On the point is Rubidoux, and Emmett Guest drops back. He's the forward playing defense on this power play. New York's going to back up on the half board. They're going to turn, fire this one down, knocked down by Guest. He has to play it. Emmett Guest is going to stop, reset. 1 minute remaining in the penalty to Murphy for boarding. Emmett Guest is going to work on the outside, trying to find the outlet pass. He does. He goes back to Lance Brown. Lance Brown across to Rubidoux. Rubidoux over to Guest. Guest is going to back up one step. Can't get away from his man. He's going to battle. He gets knocked down and cleared. Rubidoux is going to be the first man back. 14 minutes remaining in the period. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty. Out come the Wranglers. Up to Emmett Guest. Emmett Guest works on the outside. He's going to look for an outlet pass. He's looking for it. He can't find it. He's going to hang on to it. Quick shot now through a crowd. Blaine can't find it open. Ryan Miracle didn't really hack away at that one. Showing some sportsmanship. Kept his stick low. Wranglers now changed. They're going to come out with Sager, and Harris. 13 seconds remaining in the penalty. Grimmelby and Rose back on the point as well. Aiden Sager in for the draw. Right, he's a left-handy as well. He pushes this through. New York's going to shoot, clear this one down. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. As Neal's going to slow this one down, and now it's 5-on-5 hockey. Grimmelby the long pass. No one touches that one, and that's going to be icing. At 13:23 remaining of the third period.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Union Kitchen and Cocktails on Princess Street is your one and only spot for handcrafted cocktails, artisan pizza, handmade pasta, and fresh starters. There is something delicious for everyone.
Face-off won by New York, off Neal and out of play. 13:50 remaining of the third period, still 2-1 for New York. Live here at the Ranch in Kingston, Ontario. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Neal. Face-off won by the Wranglers, controlled. They can't get it out. Long shot. Neal's going to grab that one. As Heiss took a swing at that one, missed wildly. Would have been a high stick if he got it in. Wranglers are changing. They're going to put out Doolin, Payne, and Miracle. Face-off in the same spot, the right-hand side of Neal. Face-off won by the Wranglers. They're going to shoot this one around. They finally get it out. This is up to Doolin. Doolin can't get all the way through. Kept on the outside. Grimmelby picks this one off. Now carried in. New York's trying to find their way in. Duffy's going to carry this one. Long shot. Neal's going to hang on to this one at 12:42 remaining of the third period. Both teams go for the change as Sabre, Duggan, and Rivette come out. New York's going to counter with Paris, Hamilton, and Spalding. David Duggan steps in on the draw. He's going to be across from Paris. Face off, won by New York on the far side, but the Wranglers control. David Duggan puts it on the sideboard there. Hayden Rivette gets this one out. Duggan's got a circle away as Sabre was offside. Oh, bouncing puck now. Hayden's going to control. He's by himself though. One-on-one, quick shot. High. Blaine can't find that one. Went straight up. He read that though and hangs on to it. Hayden Rivette and Sabre are going to change sides on this. Forbes and Blakewood out here now. Face off, won by New York on the half board. Rivette comes in to help out. He's got control in the corner. Tries to find Duggan. Right through Duggan's feet all the way down. Neal's got to come out and play this one. Banks it off the half board. Blakewood now going for a skate around the net. He's going to hit the brakes. Forbes has to pick this up. He's going to flick high and away. Now it becomes a foot race. It's going to be icing. No, icing waved off. New York is yelling about an icing. David Duggan tried to keep up, couldn't. New York now on the outside. Blakewood hacks the puck away from his player. Nice move there as Sabre just about cleaned out one of the New York players. Lost the glove on the ice. As Forbes now puts it up to Sabre. Sabre does have a step on the outside. Cuts in. Quick shot off the blade. Huge hit out front of the net as Sabre cut out front. What a massive hit. Sabre now hits his man on the half board. Back comes New York at 11:23 remaining of the third period. Trying to find their way in. Shot high and away. New York into the shooting lane. Still can't find their way in. Long shot. Neal's going to hang on to that one as we'll go back and take a look at that hit out front of the net. That was a massive hit that Sabre kind of committed to the shot, and the New York player stepped up on him. And it was right out front of the net here at the far end. As we'll see it right here, as you see him come in for the shot, and there's the hit right there. That was a massive collision. No chance, though, for the Wranglers to get a goal on that one, as now Lance Brown carries this one down. He's got Gavin Garley with him. They shoot around the outside now. New York on the half board, tries to work it out. Lance Brown chases him down and gains control. We're almost halfway through the third period. 2-1 for New York. Garley on the far side has it. He's going to dump this one in. No Wranglers are deep, though. New York's going to gather this up, pick up the puck. This is Duffy. Duffy tries to put up on the half board. Now it's a foot race. Rubido's got to hurry on the half board. That battle's won by New York. Quick shot. Neal knocks that down. And cleared out by New York. Garley tries to get through. He battles his man, pushes him off the boards. Great play by Gavin Garley on that. Grimbleby can't chase. They're going to call this icing at 10:17 remaining of the third period. New York still pretty upset about that. They thought it should have been not icing. As Sager, and Harris come out on the forward line. Rose, Grimbleby out there. Rose is still out there stirring it up as he normally does. Aiden Sager in on the draw. Face off won by Sager. Harris can't put a stick on it. Back comes New York. 2-on-2. Cartier on the far side. Catches a shot as Neal gets a glove out on that one, and he deflects that high above the mesh. Very entertaining game here as a face-off the right-hand side of Neal. Same line stays out. Sager, Harris. We're just creeping up on the halfway mark. Face-off, one control. This is Rose, spins away. He puts it up to Harris. One touch pass, knockdown. Turner banks it around him and controls this. This is New York now trying to find their way in. They finally do. They're going to back out. We're going to one-touch this as Turner cutting through the neutral zone. He's now in the rush. One drop pass, but picked off by Aiden Sager. New York's going to gather this back up. Big collision out front of the net. Neal saves that one as they battle. Harris thrown to the ice. As he battles hard, tries to get back up. New York tries to find their way into the shooting lane. Tipped outside by Sager. That's Carter Sager. Bank board. Oh, Aiden Sager just overskated that one. Back comes New York, 1-on-2. Nice stand-up hit by Rose. Rose now gets this one around. Sager gets this out. Aiden Sager now tries to catch it. He can't. New York's going to circle and change. Doolin out there now for the Wranglers. Quick shot. Neal hangs on to that one. As Doolin, Miracle now out on the forward line. Penalty coming up. Penalty going to Logan Grimbleby for slashing. As New York will go to a very important power play here. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. Not sure what he slashed, but it was a good one anyways. Stick was broken. Sabres going to step in on the draw on this one. He pushes this one through. They're kept at the line. New York now gathers up. Wranglers are going to square up. Miracle, Sabre out there on the PK. Wood and Marcus Forbes, they're the two back on this one. Wranglers square up. One player chases into the corner. That's Wood. They try to force it on the outside. They still can't get inside. New York still tries to find their way in. They go across and they find their man. But Neal cut that off. Net's knocked off. No whistle yet. Net's knocked off by a mile still. No whistle. Referee hasn't noticed. This will be no goal if it goes in. Referees, yeah, now Neal knocks it off. That'll be no, well, the net was off for quite a while. Yeah, Wranglers are going to change as the referee tried to move in. Don't know what they're discussing, but the net was knocked off by a mile. As Doug and Rivette come out on the change. Still not sure what the discussion is. It's not a delay of game. Net was already knocked off. But the only thing the referee could do is say no change for the Wranglers, but they already got it in. Face-off will take place on the right-hand side. Hayden Rivette will take the draw. He's a righty. He's out there with your captain, David Duggan. Close scare with him with a knee-on-knee collision. Long shot. Neal kicked that to the side. We also just noticed that Nealon that went knee-on-knee with Duggan is not on the bench as well, number 5. Bouncing puck kept on the outside by the Wranglers. 1 minute remaining in the penalty. 2 Grimbleby for its slashing. New York tries to work it in. Bouncing puck over top. They work in the back. This is Marcus Forbes now trying to kill the clock off. Hayden Rivette bumps his man, goes all the way back. New York trying to work around the outside. Neal squares up, blockers that one away as Marcus Forbes tries to get this one out. He can't, kept at the line by New York. New York steps around on the half board. They're going to walk in, look for the shooting lane. Caught the guy off as picked off. This is your captain, David Duggan. Now a foot race. Hayden Rivette will beat him, and he'll rifle that one right to the gate. Knocked down by Blaine. Bouncing puck. Kept in. They're going to be a long dump in. Wranglers got a tag up. Duggan and Rivette go back to change. And Brown and Guest come out now on the forward line for this PK. 10 seconds remaining. New York now, too many men on the ice. It's okay. Nobody sees it. As New York grabs this one, they go back to 5-on-5 hockey. In comes New York. Long shot. Knocked down. Net's knocked off yet again. They're saying it's a goal. I think that one was, the net was knocked off. They're going to have to confer. Well, while they confer, we'll go back and look at the replay on this one. As you'll see the shot happen right there. There's the shot as they walk in. Goes up over top. It's knocked down. Net's off right there. Then it goes in. No goals to call. We had it right up here as well. New York's going to look for an explanation on this one. 5-on-5 hockey. We had it right up here as well, folks. Face-off will take place to the left-hand side. Face off one, right cleanly through by the Wranglers, and out come the Wranglers. Guest on the far side. Garley's going to carry this one in. He's bumped off the puck. Emmett Guest is out there with Brown. Wranglers square up. Rose now on a foot race. They beat him to the outside. He forces his man out. Picked off by Lance Brown. He stumbles. Gets up, tries to clear the puck by himself. Doesn't get it. Now it's carried out. This is Garley coming back down. He's got Guest with them. Garley tried to go to Guest off a stick. Now New York's going to carry this one out. Out comes McCoy. McCoy carries left to right. Tries to work it at the line now. Lance Brown catches him. Garley's going to pick this one up. He's got Guest with him. He's going to dish off to Guest, go for the change. Guest is by himself, tried to work his way all the way through. Guest tried to find Doolin. Doolin in the corner. Goes out front, off the foot, knocked down by Murphy. New York can't clear. Knocked down, here's Doolin again. Shoots just left of Blaine. Now New York regathers it, tries to clear. Off a stick of Miracle. Guest tried to work in. He's hooked, no call. Now Guest turns it right back over. Massive play in behind the zone there as Doolin took out Murphy. But Murphy's left him behind the defense. He's going to walk in. Quick shot. Neal knocks that down. Murphy does control him behind the net. 5:30 remaining in the third period. Long shot off a leg, off a body. Now a foot race. Huge battle working in as he's high stuck in. Penalty coming up on that. It's going to be high sticking. Did he just call a penalty shot? Some roughing. I think he called for a penalty shot, though. They're going to call a penalty shot. We have a new cameraman. He better get this right. Yep, they're calling a penalty shot. First penalty shot that I can remember here at the ranch. I stare intently at our cameraman not to screw this one up. Yeah, they are calling he signaled for a penalty shot. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty shot. This is Jackson Payne. He's going to be in all alone. Take your time with this one, Mr. Cameraman. Everybody's watching at home. Yeah, players have to be off the ice with the doors closed on a penalty shot. 5:15, massive opportunity. First playoff or penalty shot here at the ranch. Jackson Payne now a one-on-one with Blaine. Here comes Payne all by himself, walking in on Blaine, one-on-one, takes his time. Blaine with the save. As what a great opportunity. But that was great. As our first penalty shot here at the ranch. As we'll take a look at that one as Payne walked all the way in and took a shot, and Blaine read it all the way. Glove save. 2-1 still for New York. Face off, won by New York. Here's Hayden Rivette with a wraparound. Couldn't find Sabre out front as New York off her foot on the way out. Here comes Spaulding on the outside. Tries to find their way in. Quick shot. Neal knocks that one down. Under 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Hayden Rivette now with the move. Carries on the far side. Tries to find Duggan, can't. They work it on the outside. Back comes Spaulding. Through the zone, Marcus Forbes now finds Hayden Rivette in behind. He's got David Duggan with him, the captain. As it was put through just ahead of David Duggan, he couldn't get to it. Sabre now pushes his way through. As Rivette comes in to help out, David Duggan on the half board. Rivette controls, carries. Put out front, nobody there. As Marcus Forbes is trying to sneak in. Tipped, icing. New York goes for the change. As Marcus Forbes picks this up, 4:14 remaining of the third. He's going to push in by on the far side. He's going to one-hand this one into the corner. He's going to skate through. Cartier battles his man. David Duggan gives help as well. Sabre back there as well. Tries to find the loose puck. Everybody battles. Everybody's works hard on the outside. David Duncan can't find his way in. Puck stripped off of him. New York now clears. Out comes New York. This is Hamilton on the outside. Works his way through the neutral zone. Shoots high above the glove of Neal. No chance of scoring on that. New York tries to work in. New York works around the outside. Fans on the puck in the feet of Neal. Two New York players collide heavy as Lance Brown and Rivette come in. Long shot. Blaine kicks that off to the side. Now, here comes Emmett Guest now. He's working all the way in. He's got Brownie with him. Guest is going to put this in behind the net now. Rivette's going to have to pinch this one off. Grimbleby knocks this one down off the foot of Rivette. He's going to work in, tried to get in low, couldn't. Grimbleby shoots high and away as Rubidoux keeps this one down. He's going to shoot as well off a foot, bouncing puck. Blaine grabs this one at just under 3 minutes remaining of the third period. That's right, Mr. Cameraman. He did mess up a penalty shot. Face off to the left-hand side of Blaine. Brown steps in on the draw. He's out here with Emmett Guest, Garley, Rubidoux, and Grimbleby. Face off won by New York. They work around the outside. New York defenseman having some trouble. That was Canlin. Off the side of the net, spin, fire. Garley couldn't get a good shot on that one. And Blaine hangs on to that one at 2:38 remaining of the third period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV, live, Kingston, Ontario, home of the Wranglers. Logan Brown steps in on the draw, face-off, won by Brown. Back to Garley. Garley's going to walk in, can't get a shot away. Too many sticks on him. Brown controls, back to Rubidoux. Long shot, blocked away by Blaine. Grimbleby's going to grab, turn, fire, put it in behind the net. Gas just missed that one on the outside. They try to dump this one out, they can't. Brown's going to knock this one down, puts it back in the corner. Here comes Guest. Guest spins away from his man. We'll be watching Neal to go to the bench. Coming up on 2 minutes, Brown's going to go for a change, puts it in deep. Garley's going to control with this one. There's a change. Hayden Rivette comes out for Brown. They try to bank this on. Rubidoux keeps it in. In deep, in behind the net. This is Emmett Guest. Tries to find nobody out front. He takes a hit. Hayden Rivette puts it off to Garley. Garley back to Rivette. No players out front of the net. Now Garley gets out front. Long dump in. Hayden Rivette with a small tip to the side. Just missed. Hayden Rivette now back to Grimbleby. Over to Rubidoux. Rubidoux into the corner. Emmett Guest will beat Duffy in there. Garley gets in there on the half board. Now they battle. Garley puts it in. Neal on the bench. Picked off at the side there as Wood gets out. Duggan out there. 6 players on the ice. That'd be an offside pass with 1:16 remaining of the third period. Timeout your call by your Wranglers, and we will go to a commercial break, and we'll be back right after this. 2-1 for New York at the Ranch here in Kingston, Ontario.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Bar Homes, with 70 years of deeply rooted history in the construction industry of Kingston and the surrounding areas. The Bar family is pleased to help local family create their legacies by sharing our expertise and excellence in building.
This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by Michael P. Lee, providing insurance services in Kingston, Ontario. They offer a variety of insurance types, including auto, home, and life insurance, located in the historical downtown Kingston. This Kingston Wranglers broadcast brought to you by
in this third period, 2-1, face-off, 1, New York clears down, scores. As that was straight through, New York grabs a 3-1 lead on that one. 3-1 for New York, 1 minute remaining in the third period. They try to clear down. Blakewood misses this one. As Rubidoux goes back to pick this one up, he circles away from his man in the corner. He works it across on the far side. Steven Saber now up to Rivette. Oh, up tip. It almost hit the camera, which would have been ironic. We're good. Which is kind of ironic because we had to cut through the safety net to put the camera out there, and he gets hit by a puck. David Duggan steps in on the draw. 49 seconds remaining of the period. Rivette whacks his man. Blakewood circles away. They put this one up off a stick now. Saber tries to get this one free. Up to Rivette, off a foot now. 30 seconds remaining, just over 30 seconds remaining. New York turns, fires, kept at the line by Saber. Bouncing puck, he'll go into the corner. Neal goes back to the bench. Now they're pulling the goalie again. As Miracle now comes out as a sixth attacker. Hayden Rivette steps up, keeps it going. Off a stick of David Doug. He's going to walk out, shoot off a shoulder. Here comes Blakewood, shoots off a pad, bouncing puck. They're going to clear, fire this one. This will be icing with 8.7 seconds remaining, 6.1 now, as they have to wait till they touch the hash marks. Face-off will take place to the right-hand side of Blaine. Wranglers step in for the final draw. Quick shot. Oh, that hit David Duggan. He felt all of that one as everybody took a swing at that one. With 0.2 seconds, they're going to run the clock off. And at the end of the third period, 3-1 for New York, as this is the last game of 2025. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Black Bear TV, live from the ranch. We want to thank you so much for your support during the first half of the season here. From our family here at the Kingston Wranglers to your family, we wish you all the best and safe holidays. And we will see you in 2026, I do believe, on January the 10th. There's a game on the 10th. There's a game on the 14th. All games, of course, will be live on Black Bear. For the Kingston Wranglers, I'm Bill Newman, and we will see you in 2026. Thank you so much for watching here on Black Bear TV, the home of the Kingston Wranglers, and we'll catch you next time.